Somalians ripped off that state for billions of dollars, billions, every year, billions of dollars, and they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%, they contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you. Okay?
Donald Trump has had a lot of issues with the members of Minneapolis in Minnesota. But interestingly, not all members, but most importantly, the Somali community. In this edition of Legal News Daily, I discuss the hot debate that is happening concerning the Somali community in the United States and Donald Trump. Donald Trump is stating a number of things such as illegal immigrants, people not having documents in the Somali community, but most importantly, what are the legal implications between what Donald Trump is saying and deportation of the Somalis. So, in this edition of Legal News Daily, let's discuss all of this moving forward. Welcome to Legal News Daily. I'm usual host Terry Kahuma on this channel. And like I always say, Legal News Daily is our daily legal news segment where we discuss all things national and international, political, social, but most importantly, legal. Now straight to the point. Donald Trump, who is the President of the United States, has now stated that he does not want any illegal immigrants in the Somali community. Basically, he's saying that all the Somali people in Minnesota, Minneapolis should now go back to Somalia. Why is he saying this? He's stating that ever since the Somalis came into America, they have not really benefited the United States economy. What they do is to make business amongst themselves and send money back to either Somalia or any other neighboring East African countries. Now, Donald Trump is stating that there are a number of legal issues concerning this. Number one, he wants to know that out of the 260,000 Somali who are living in Minneapolis, are all of them migrants? Are all of those citizens legally? Were they born in the United States or did they acquire citizenship by naturalization? So let's dig into the legal issues. I'll start with the one I've just talked about, legality of citizenship. Now, it is a commonly known fact according to the United States database that 95% of the 260,000 Somalis in Minneapolis or all over the United States are indeed actually born in the US. Now, it even goes to their senator, their congressmen, all of those are Somalis because they have a very strong brotherhood in their community. So, meaning that we have two forms of citizenship. We have citizenship by birth, where in the former administration before Trump came into power, which is the Obama administration, the Biden administration, and the Bush administration, anyone who is born in America or in the United States territory is considered a United States citizen. This does not matter about your heritage, whether you're from Africa, whether you're from Asia, your skin color doesn't matter. So you can be from Asia, China, you can be from America, you can be from Uganda, you can even be a Sudanese and you're born in America. So that makes you a United States citizen. So 95% of the Somali community in Minneapolis, Minnesota are actually legally born citizens of the United States. They were born there and there's proof of their birth in Minneapolis. Now, the other 5%, yes, were migrants, migrated from Somalia or neighboring South African countries to the United States and they acquired citizenship by naturalization. Now, I've discussed citizenship on this channel before and I want to state it again. There are 4 types of citizenship commonly known in the world. The citizenship by birth, the citizenship by naturalization, the citizenship by registration, and also by origin. Now, we all know that citizenship by birth, I've already explained it and how it comes about. But citizenship by naturalization means that you have gone through the process of being either a refugee, an immigrant, and you have gone through the formal process in the country where you're settling in. It can be in Belgium, it can be in the United Kingdom, it can be in South Africa. So you become a citizen by going through the formal process of naturalization and therefore you become a citizen of the United States. Almost 99% of the Somalis in Minneapolis can prove that indeed they are citizens either by birth or by naturalization, and therefore Trump cannot deport them. So it's one of the biggest issues. Trump cannot deport them back to Somalia because these people can prove their paperwork. And most importantly, we find that this is what was called the temporary protection persons policy. The temporary protection persons policy means that a migrant who comes from Somalia or any other African country that goes to the United States there was a policy that came up in the Obama administration and the Biden administration stating that migrants who came from African countries or other countries, especially as laborers or people who came to work in the United States, were protected by that policy, which is called the temporary protection persons. So meaning that this particular policy would protect you as you are a migrant and you're moving to a higher status. You're moving from migrant, you're now going to a situation of being, let's say, a permanent worker or now a permanent resident. Now there you become a green card holder. Then at a certain point, when you have worked in the United States for over 5 to 10 years, then you become a citizen of the United States. So Trump also wants to remove that temporary protection persons policy. Last year in November, he said he's going to remove it because he doesn't want immigrants anymore. He doesn't want people who are now coming to his country from Africa. But he has picked up a lot of beef with the Somali community. Last but not least, what is the way moving forward? I think the Somali community, because there's been a huge crackdown by the US government to take down illegal immigrants who are getting into the United States who do not have proper paperwork. And indeed they are there. So does the US government have the right and mandate to take down those illegal immigrants? Yes, because you need to be in any country where you've gone to work as a laborer with proper paperwork. So indeed the US government actually has a right to take down the Somalis and other African immigrants who have entered into the United States without paperwork. And you find that they've been there for so many years. So what is the way forward? The Somali community in Minneapolis, Minnesota just has to prove that either I acquired citizenship by birth while I was born here as a Somali, or citizenship by naturalization, and therefore you cannot deport me. Number two, the US government, through Donald Trump's mandate and executive orders, has a right to crack down on migrants who do not have proper paperwork, and therefore they will be and can be deported back into Somalia. And last but not least, what is the way forward? I think it's just about living in harmony, because they have the representative, I think she's called Oman or something like that, and she's going to represent their views, because our reality is that they are settling in Minneapolis, and I think with time they're going to develop that community moving forward. Well, let's just see what Donald Trump thinks about it. Who knows? Donald Trump could be a viewer of Legal News Daily. Well, until next time, let me know what I should talk about in a future video. I pray for the Somali community because they are my fellow Africans, and I think that they should thrive in a country where they are going to make money. Well, until next time, I'll see you. Bye-bye.